Hey, peeps! Football Hockey here, and welcome back to another episode of Cleveland Browns Hard Knocks series. We are at week 15, playing Denver Broncos. Let's get to it. Sorry, my bad.
Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you Curry get the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. I just want the knowledge and the power. Why the looking at me sour? Eat it like chowder. Rider. Never gave a about a dollar. More money mean more problems. Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the Cleveland Browns behind the #1 overall pick in the draft, Baker Mayfield, as his guys get set to take on Case Keenum and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team, and they lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
Alright, kick the middle, please. Alright. Into the crowd.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, the former Houston Cougar, Case Keenum.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
What the hell?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Man up on the edges.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down.
Oh,
Toward
nice.
the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
What the freak?
And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
At linebacker is Joe Schobert, a fourth-round pick from Wisconsin in 2016, who ended up tied for second in the NFL in tackles last season and became an unlikely Pro Bowler for the first time.
An early tough test on the opening drive.
Sorry
this
about
is
that,
3rd and
guys.
8. Off-play action. Keenum. Going up top.
Get that.
And that one incomplete.
Yes.
Had some
Incomplete,
position,
baby.
but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ooh, that's 3rd down.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
I forgot I called
change
a
of
fair
possession
catch.
here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Hold on. I gotta do something on my phone, so if you hear me talking to
Mayfield
myself...
going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Damn it. Too
First
close.
down throw for Mayfield. His throw incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And that'll bring up
I was
second
too close to the
down.
camera angle, damn it.
And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
An emerging threat in the passing game is David Njoku, who had a really nice rookie season in 2017 with 32 catches, 386 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And many also remember he was the 3rd first-round pick for Cleveland in the 2017 draft, following Myles Garrett, defensive end, and Jabril Peppers, defensive back.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back up the camera.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again.
Right there.
That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, hurry up.
Leopard! Leopard!
Call out the mic.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
A first carry for the rookie,
Damn it.
Nick Chubb. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On the defensive side of the ball, here are the starters for Denver.
Skip this.
They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it,
Wide
understand
open.
what you have to get done.
Damn it.
And finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
Mayfield. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket,
All right,
move around a little bit, find open receivers, and
Come on,
deliver.
come on.
That just means his
Hurry up,
confidence
hurry
is
up.
going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Mayfield
Right there.
on 1st down. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. And
holding.
Make a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
God damn it.
So on the big tight end,
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Going to the air again with Mayfield.
Right there.
And Callaway taking it in outside. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. On first down,
Okay.
Down to the 25. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. Yeah. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult in that situation.
Wide open.
That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
All right, let's go. Hike it.
They go play action. Mayfield.
Right there.
Got an open man. He completes
Man, this dude's been open
Callaway.
a lot.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And they've got it here with a first down.
Come on, baby. Man up. Okay.
They'll run with Chubb.
Get there, get there.
He's right closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hold on.
Here we go now.
Come on, run it.
They'll give it
That's
to
it.
Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now the try here for the extra point.
Oh. I gotta do that. I thought I missed.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. All right.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now on the return, Brendan Langley. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Come on. Get off your block.
Begin the drive with Hunt.
Nice.
And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out.
Here
That
we go,
leads
here
to
we go,
a
here we
2nd
go.
and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Get off your block. Come on.
And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved?
Come on.
Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge.
Oh my God, I don't like the blocking in here
Bring
anymore.
your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
All right, man. Coverage. Cool.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action.
Get him.
On 1st down.
That's it, boy.
It's coming, and down he goes. Jamie Collins. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So 2nd and long, you
man,
got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Okay.
Here's
Get off
Keenum.
him.
And that's going to be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Get off your block, Garrett. Oh, crap.
Working from the gun, Keenum.
Nice.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This from 54 yards away.
He's going to miss it. Yeah.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw.
Oh, God.
And that one falls incomplete.
That was
Trying
a
to dump
pick
it underneath.
six.
Now second down.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Oh, boy.
Throwing. Mayfield.
Wide open.
He's gonna let this one
We're going
go
deep.
And he is
Let's go.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Come on. We got this.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, God.
An alley to run. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and
Hold on. Who's their running back for Denver? I gotta check. Oh, Kareem Hunt. Oh, yeah, I forgot. He got in trouble, and then they said he could come back. I didn't know what team actually... Wait. Didn't he sign with Cleveland? Oh, that was... Yeah.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Damn, that's... Oh, that was a 2-minute warning. Okay.
We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now a screen here to Hunt. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Alright, man coverage on the outside.
Keenum on first down.
Nice.
Has got it
Good catch
complete.
it, man.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right.
That first down
Good try,
completion
something.
only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Get off your
From
block.
the gun, here's Keenum. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Boy. Almost got me.
Keenum on third down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
All right, man
If there was
coverage. I
one
always
area
man
that the
coverage on
coach
the outside.
emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got
It
from
seems
it, and I
like
think you
man
did as
covered
well.
better.
They weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it, because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
I hate the tackling in here. Why does it take forever to tackle
after the
something?
incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Now, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are
out of bounds.
They're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Illegal touching.
Yeah.
Offense.
Accepted
So
it.
this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So
Are
out
they gonna
comes the
make it
field
this
goal
time?
team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for Antonio Callaway and his crew on offense to take over. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch.
Call it the mic,
Make
call
sure
it
he's
the
not
mic.
able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let
Oh,
play
come
pitch and
on.
catch. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up this weekend, the first of which comes up on Saturday. It's a doubleheader. Cleveland at Denver, followed by Houston at the Jets. Then in the afternoon window, all eyes will be on Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it'll be the Steelers taking on the New England Patriots. And finally on Christmas Eve, Monday Night Football, the last one of the year. No Monday Nighter in Week 17. We've got the Broncos and Raiders from Oakland. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half?
All right,
For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Oh, come on.
The Broncos get there and take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Run it.
They go with Chubb on second down. He finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let's go, get open,
Here's
right there.
Mayfield.
Maybe not. Damn it.
Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down.
Why does it do that type of tackling? What the hell is that? I hate this tackling.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like?
Nice. See, like that. What is that? You're pulling the person forward. Why is it doing that lately on tackling?
Get the ball back for our offense and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
See? What is that kind of tackling in this game now?
Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good.
Why does it do that on that type of
Think your
tackling?
best player with a play that he likes to run best.
From midfield, here's Keenum. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left, didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
Here we go now. 3-19.
First down, Mayfield.
Someone get open.
That's caught out left by
See, what's
Perriman.
up with the tackling in this
He
game
is
now?
tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set. Blue line it.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
We're gonna run it. Go.
Chubb on the counter. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Now let's go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Ah.
Second down, Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
All right, we're gonna run it.
This quarterback now 11 to 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
All right.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson.
Damn it.
Room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
I'm gonna run it again.
Now check. Patriot.
QB sneak, baby.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll
That's
run
it.
for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll barrel his way
Let's go.
into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
All right, we're winning. Woo! I don't think we're going to make it to this
The kickoff team
though.
on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and into the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot. And sometimes
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Get up.
By the rookie Denzel Ward. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Oh, I can't.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
No. Check, Patriots.
Handoff comes to Chubb.
Whoop.
And now running right through it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set.
They run again
Right up the
on
middle.
1st down, Chubb. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Into heavy
what?
traffic, and it's intercepted.
Face mask. Damn it.
Picked up by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Get off your block. Let's go.
Throwing is Keenum. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, let's go.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Get off your block. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Quick. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. I don't want him to man up.
From the 50, it's Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time.
Oh, that almost got me.
His game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ah.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Over the middle, it's Holmes.
Oh, man.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Get off your block.
First down, Keenum.
Oh my God, big boy.
Picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
What the hell?
Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Messenger, you're broken again.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Keenum throwing once more.
I made a field goal.
This one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Pepper's on that guy.
Keenum to throw again.
Where you going, boy?
He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
You and you. Get off your block
now
here.
On 3rd and goal. That is close
Nice.
at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Going for it.
Now Keenum got to have this one.
Mine.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
pressure's been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front.
We won.
Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Green 39! Green 39!
See if they call
So
for
instead
it.
of running, Mayfield's going to throw
Yep.
it here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, this at least is the right
They
idea.
fell
I think
for
they've
it,
got to get the tight end more involved.
He had
He
just
dropped
one
it.
target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them
All right,
at
here we
all
go.
from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
19!
A second down throw for Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb.
Face
And
mask.
he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Oh, Bradley Roby, come on, come on.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15
Take one
more for
time
the
out.
face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
You know what? Just for the fun of it. Yeah. It's man coverage.
Mayfield. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cleveland, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The hell was that? Oh. Oh yeah, we're getting close. Are we gonna make the playoffs with 8-6? Are we gonna make playoffs? That's the question. Are we going in playoffs? That's what I want to know. Yeah, are we going to playoffs? That's what I want to know. We're third in the NFC North. AFC. Maybe if we win 2 more games? Maybe? We're ranked 11th. But I don't know. Would I make the playoffs? That's my question. Maybe not. We'll see. But anyways, if I beat Bengals, I think I can. But anyways, that is all the time I have for this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys like this video, smack that like button as hard as you can. And I'll see you ladies and germs in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.